welcome to the freshman class. I'm Tony the tutor, and I'm here to work with you on the closed guard. Now, before we go over the closed guard, I think it's important that I explain to you what the guard is. The fact that we have such an extensive guard in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it's one of the things that makes Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu unique as far as grappling arts around the world. The fact that we can fight really well off of our backs. And that's part of what the guard is. The guard is, in essence, when you are on bottom, so when your opponent has the advantage of gravity at their disposal, and you are either seated or laying down, or in some cases you're on your shoulders. So I'm seated like this, or I could be like this, or I could be laying down, and my opponent is attacking, okay? When I'm in these positions and my legs and my hips are facing my opponent, and they are a barrier between my opponent attacking him, when I can use my legs and my hips against the person that I'm working with, rolling with, fighting with, whatever, that's when you have your guard. When you do not have your guard is when your opponent has gotten past your legs and your hips, and now this might be their dominant position or a variety of different dominant positions. Now, you don't have your legs and your hips in the game. You're in a lot of trouble here. So, that's the guard itself. That's the idea of the guard itself. What we're going over today is the closed guard, okay? And I've heard the closed guard referred to in a lot of different ways. Some people said the closed guard is like it's the dead guard, or it's the in-between guard, or it's kind of the place where people go to kind of reset, reboot, and then open their guard. We have a closed guard series that you might want to get access to, like our closed guard DVD series. You might want to get that at some point in time. We're going to release it sometime in the future. That is going to open up your closed guard game. It's going to blow it out of the water. We've got 14-year-old girls here winning blue belt divisions. And she's only been training like a couple of years. We've got kids here destroying everybody with their closed guards. We've got adults here destroying people with closed guards. And we have taken the closed guard and organized it, refined it, and sharpened it up to the point and created new positions to spiderweb out from that make it unbelievable. The closed guard is going to be your ally once you get really good at getting to it in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, okay? So, here's the closed guard. The closed guard is when you have your legs wrapped around the waist of the opponent that has gravity at their advantage. Okay? You got your legs wrapped around the waist. You've got your ankles crossed. Okay? The best closed guards are when your hips are in between their knees to start, and then eventually you break them down and stuff, and you get your hips out. But your hips are in between their knees to start. Your heels are biting down a little bit into their tailbone. Okay? Your knees are squeezing together. Not a lot. You just want to create connectivity. So what you're doing here, you're not trying to hurt your opponent with this, because squeezing their body, most people aren't going to tap from that. Nobody really good. Okay? And by pulling really hard, you're not really doing a lot right there. But what you're doing is creating connectivity. Because later, your instructor is going to show you how to use this kind of connectivity to bump people and move them over. So if they raise up or something, they start moving forward, you can use the fact that they're raising their base to move them forward. Your instructor is going to show you that and a million things more. Okay? Also, your head's not on the floor. You really don't want to rest your head on the floor while in your closed guard, because then you can't work with the person that you're fighting. Okay? 2 more things, and then we're done on the closed guard. The closed guard works best only if you've got your opponent broken down close to you, or you have sat up and worked close to them. Okay? It does not work best when they are sitting here, whether it be self-defense, and they're going to punch you in the head over and over again. This is not good. He's got leverage. He's got position. Okay? Or if it's competitive jiu-jitsu. You can't really get to much. He's too far away for me to even really do much to him. I really don't even have wrist locks in this position. I mean, I have stuff, but it's not that great. So what I need is to get up to him and be up here and stay tight and use this to eventually roll him over and get on top myself, or I need to bring him down to me so that now it's a lot harder for your opponent to work. And it's a lot easier for you to work against them. Okay? So, that's the close guard. Go up to them or break them down to you. There's a million ways to do it. When you're fighting somebody who's working with you 100% of the time, it's going to be tougher. Okay? Head off the mat, legs crossed. Make sure you have a little bit of a squeeze, a little bit of a squeeze. Nothing too spectacular. Just create some connectivity. And listen to what your instructor has to say. Because they're going to give you their personal philosophy on the close guard. They're going to give you their specifics. That's going to make you a million times better. So pay close attention to the details and the tips that your instructor gives you.